Dynasty. Welcome, everybody, to the Triple B Black and Gold Dynasty. I am your host, Bad Bubba Brewer, on a crazy Wednesday night. We were supposed to do the NFL stuff at um, 8 o'clock. It got rescheduled for tomorrow with the college. We're going to do that at 7 o'clock. Things happen. People have to work, and we rescheduled it. I'm very flexible, and it's going to be like that probably November and December because of the holidays and stuff like that, because people are actually doing stuff, and I just have to, try to be flexible because I know the holidays are coming and people got stuff to do, and I totally understand that, even myself. So, hey Benjamin, how you doing this evening? How's it going, brother? Thanks for tuning in as always. Benjamin always tunes in. And people, if you haven't hit like and subscribe to the Triple B Experience, which is the whole channel, you guys can do that on YouTube, and you can catch us on Spotify. I download all the shows as quick as I can. This is, I believe, this is episode 91. That is correct, 91. Oh, doing good. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm hanging in there myself, brother. I'm trying to get a whole bunch of stuff done and just try to do whatever. I hope everybody's having a great night, and I'm going to get to Facebook here so I can get a hello to everybody. And if they have any Steeler questions, I can answer them the best of my ability because, I try to be the Steeler guru here, but sometimes, things happen. But we're going to talk about Thursday night's game, and we're going to review that the best of my ability, and we're going to preview this upcoming Sunday's matchup. So, so we can still stay ahead of the race there among everybody else. So let me get to where I need to be. Pachang. Chris Elliott, thank you for tuning in. It takes a little bit of time to get on social media. So I'm doing good, Chris. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate all you guys for tuning in. It's a typical Wednesday night. Like I said, we were going to do our NFL picks, but some stuff happened. And, okay. 28-24. Okay, we're getting closer to 30. Hey, guy, Jason Reese from Pro Wrestling Extreme Podcast. Thanks for tuning in, brother. You guys got a big show coming up the November 24th. You guys are going to be, having a big, huge show. And it's right here. Every time you guys pop on, I'm going to, shooting with the shitheads, November 24th, 8 p.m. Bell time. Yours truly is going to be on the show, shooting the stuff, talking a whole bunch of stuff. It's going to be one of their big shows. They got a big panel. And you guys from the Triple B Experience, come on down, tune in. We are not going to have a Triple B Experience podcast Friday night because those guys are doing a big show. And I just think, I do enough and I can, I'm a team player. So, yeah, I can't wait either, brother. So let's get to the look. I know as much as I do, I hate Thursday night games. They were long, and it's oh, Craig. Oh, you're never late, brother. I just come on at 9 o'clock. I was probably actually a little bit late. I always have technical difficulty when I'm trying to do 6 million things here. I was trying to look up the Packers injury report, and I don't know who's hurt and who's not. Chris Elliott said this week the Steelers are getting 30. That would be great. That would be, but you know what though, and I'm going to get to that in a moment. But let's get to the Steelers. 16 wins, 16 points over the Titans. That's right. I mean, it took a last second interception by Kwan Alexander to seal the game. And I don't know if you guys are like me, but every game this year has gone down to the wire. And I haven't been really stressed out and I haven't been really hyper. And my wife hasn't heard me screaming. But Coach Tomlin, you need to, get these guys focused for 60 minutes. They're just not. But look at it this way. Here's some statistics. The Steelers had 169 yards passing to the Titans 235. The Steelers rushed for 166 yards total. The Titans had 105. Derrick Henry was not a factor, thank God. Total yards, the Steelers have not yet hit 400 yards. They had 326. The Titans had 340. And the Steelers stats, you had quarterback Kenny Pickett was 19 for 30, 160 yards, 1 touchdown, and a huge stat that I like, no INTs. And also another stat, he didn't get sacked. That's right. This offensive line with Chooks out, I think it was disciplinary reasons or whatever. They put Dan Moore in his slot. You know what I mean? And then right tackle went to Broderick Jones. I think that rookie should be starting. I think every single rookie that they drafted number 1 and 32 should be starting. But Tomlin and his full of wisdom and his godly knowledge always is still not letting these guys just be the starters. He's always saying something in his press conferences, and it's just getting to be a little bit crazy. Mr. Martello, thank you for tuning in, brother. Thank you so much. Now, Jaylen Warren led the Steelers with 11 rushes for 88 yards. He had three receptions for 25 yards. Yeah, when I start talking fast, it gets all stuttery. So let's see this. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to get to that. Yeah, I'm definitely going to get to that. And Najee Harris had 16 rushes, 69 yards, and he had that huge 10-yard touchdown, which was huge. Now, let's get to this. Let's get to the receiver. Dante Johnson had 7 receptions, 90 yards, and his first touchdown since the fucking Nixon administration. Since Big Ben threw him a touchdown. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a long time. The drought has been lifted. Rain has went through the desert. There is no longer a parched atmosphere in Dante Johnson's touchdowns. Hopefully he catches a blaze here in this last quarter of the season and gets at least, I don't know, let's say 6. I'm not going to go crazy. 6 would be good. So, yes, I'll go 6. 6 would be lovely. I'll take that. I know a couple years ago he had 10, but now Craig was talking about this. George Pickens, 2 receptions, negative yards. And then he went to social media. He took off his Twitter. He was crying. He was doing this. I don't know if he's playing games. Tomlin said it, he wants the ball, and hey, that's how he wants the ball. And hey, look, it's too much drama for me. Throw him the ball. I mean, he did have a touchdown, and it was out of bounds. So I believe that was the game. I get them all confused anymore. I don't know. But yeah, they need to showcase him a lot more. They're not doing it. He's probably your typical receiver, going to Twitter and started talking schmack. I come on, just play the game, just play the game. And Tomlin sugarcoats everything anyway. And, just he's not going to put too much into it. And hopefully maybe Pickens this week lights him up. It all depends. They're all typical divas, And like I said, Kwan Alexander had that, had that interception that sealed the victory. Benjamin says the Steelers are going to win a division. I'm just taking one game at a time, Benjamin, because the Cincinnati Bengals are coming on strong, which actually scares me. But honestly, though, I would love to see us take Cleveland and the Ravens, and if God bless America, if we can sweep our whole division, we're into playoffs and we're good. But even if we split with Cincinnati, we're still okay if we sweep the Ravens and sweep Cleveland. I think we'll be okay, and that'll definitely get us into the playoffs because it's just the Steelers are 5-3, so we don't need to win like 5 more games just to get in the playoffs. So now. Highsmith had 2 sacks. TJ Watt had a sack. Marcus Golden had a sack. The Steelers had 4 sacks. And Joey Porter Jr., when he was playing on Hopkins, actually shut him down. And that's why he should be starting, because Hopkins is the number 1 receiver in the Titans. I think he got maybe 4 passes, and it was bare minimum. Bare minimum. Like now, the Titans. Levis, the quarterback, he was 22 for 39, 262 yards, 1 interception, no touchdowns, but he stayed in the pocket. He got fucking hit so many times. And then that one time he stayed in the pocket and he barely got the ball off and he got it to Derrick Henry, who ran it for 20 yards. I thought he was dead to rights. So, I mean, I'm glad we don't have to face him all the time. He's going to be better than the quarterback that they drafted last year that the Steelers were looking at. So, okay, Craig. Oh, well. Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, who wouldn't, Craig? Yeah. Problem is, though, you know who they had thrown to him? They had Terry Bradshaw. Kenny Pickett is no Terry Bradshaw. Not in the least. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So, like I said, Derrick Henry had 17 rushes. He had 75 yards. He had a touchdown. He had 3 receptions for 27 yards. So, and the receiver Phillips led the team with 68 yards on 4 receptions. Like I said, Hopkins was targeted 11 times. He had 4 receptions for 60 yards. I'll take that because the week prior, he was catching touchdown passes. So they had the defense have no sacks and no interceptions. Pittsburgh Steelers on Thursday night got what they needed to do. They needed that game Thursday night. I hate Thursday night games, and I know we got another one coming when we play New England. And that will be we have to have revenge from last year. And I hope this, I always take them I don't take the Steelers. I always take Pittsburgh. I never take anybody else. I know this is a pro Steeler podcast. I mean, I might bitch a little bit, but I'm never going to go against the Steelers. I'm not doing it. Every time, the teams that I'm taking, I'm going to be taking Pittsburgh all the time. Every time when we do our NFL picks, I am taking Pittsburgh every time. So now there's a couple players, I'm thinking about having for the Triple B Black and Gold Dynasty Player of the Games. I usually do this. Usually it's been Bosworth. Bosworth has been kind of quiet lately, a couple weeks. You know what I mean? I mean, he tried that 61-yard field goal, and that debacle. But, Joey Porter had a great game against Hopkins, like I said. He can be a contender. Highsmith putting a lot of pressure on the quarterback and getting 2 sacks. So I know they can't contain TJ. They were holding TJ most of the game. Like every tackle is going to hold TJ 85 to 90% of the game. It's going to happen. They don't call it. We can see it at home. I mean, I can see it blatantly downstairs. They're holding him. They knocked his helmet off. They do whatever. They don't call him, because I'm afraid they don't want TJ to get that quarterback sack record. So, but he's coming close. He's still got a lot of games to go. Larry Stryker is in the house. Larry, every time you show up, I'm going to do this, Larry. Everybody that's listening, listen on November 24th for the big, huge show, Shooting with the Shitheads, November 24th, 8 p.m. bell time. Larry, JJ, and Jason are going to have a lot of celebrity panel in there. They're going to have a huge show. And like I said, yours truly is not having a Triple B experience pulp culture stuff as I usually do on Friday nights because I'm tagging out to the boys in J-Town because I'm invited and a couple, most of the Mega Mania Cast panel will be there. And look, I'm a team player and I think that's just right. And I can step back and I can reschedule my experience show later on during the week. It's not a big deal. That's why I'm very flexible because I call my shots here on the podcast channel. So but tonight we had a situation where we had the NFL thing moved to tomorrow. Things happen. I'm flexible. We can do whatever it needs to be done. So, yeah. So and I'm going to do with this player as get back to the Triple B Player of the Game. The guy didn't catch a touchdown in, 700 plays. He struck oil. The drought is over. My Triple B Player of the Game is Dante Johnson getting his first touchdown since the Big Ben regime. It's a long time, people. That is terrible. So, but you know what? Hopefully it's like I said earlier in the show that the dam is broke and he could start getting a couple multiple touchdown games and get back into where he needs to be and go from there. So now The Pittsburgh Steelers this Sunday are playing the NFL's. This is two of the most NFL storied franchises this Sunday at 1:00 p.m. on CBS. The Pittsburgh Steelers, 5-3. The Green Bay Packers are 3-5. The Packers beat the Rams last week, stopping their 4-game losing streak, which is fine by me because I'd rather have them win the week prior to coming to Pittsburgh because I guarantee my score will be very good. Like I said, it's a 1:00 game on CBS at Askew Shore Stadium. I don't know how the weather's going to be. I guess it's supposed to rain tomorrow. I don't know. I'm not a weather forecaster, so I don't know. So, okay, Shannon, how you doing? Thank you for tuning in. I'm by myself tonight, but tomorrow night we will have the whole panel for the NFL. We will have Rich Smoke, special field correspondent Shane Stodmiller, and the Freight Train from Steelers Realm podcast. We got to get the show done before Freight Train goes on Steelers Realm show because they're at 9:00. Yes. Thank you. I appreciate you coming on. And Craig says welcome. So the Steelers will wear their throwback jerseys, the old jerseys where I believe they are undefeated with those jerseys. I don't like. Oh, am I doing a great job? I try. This is hard doing these podcasts, but I like doing them. And God bless it, you're great. Yeah, I just do what I can here. Doing podcasting is, I don't make any money at this. I just try to entertain the masses and do something that I like to do, and have my little bit of script here. Having stats and talking Steeler football, which is the greatest sports franchise in all of sports. That's right. And I appreciate everybody for tuning in on the Facebook, on YouTube. Please hit like, share, subscribe. Your comments are great. Get that algorithms up. If you haven't, hit the subscribe button. Everybody does it. There's a lot of, hey, there he is. Rich Smokes in the house. Tomorrow night, Rich, we'll be on fire. The four of us will be back in the house. It's okay, brother. Hey, it's okay, brother. Things happen. I'm flexible. Tomorrow we will tag up and we will get it done. You know what I mean? So it's all cool, man. It'll be all cool. You'll be ready to go tomorrow. So it's all cool. But also, too, like I said, the Steelers own a 16. Well, they don't own it. They're 16-20 versus the Packers. So they really don't own it. Oh, all right. I appreciate it. Bring all the people from the east side of the state, brother. Hey, man, I love it. Thank you so much. You do a great job, brother. You know your football, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Rich Smoke, ladies and gentlemen, the smartest man in Philly. Probably a little scared last week. He was sweating a little bit there in that Dallas game. But I know I took Philadelphia, and I know he did too. Now, the last meeting, the Steelers lost at Green Bay 27-17. Can't have that. But the Steelers own a 3-2 record against the Packers in the last 5 meetings. So that's okay. And we can go back to that goddamn Super Bowl with Mendenhall fumbling the ball. That was destroyed me. Oh, let's see here. I can't kill that gimmick, Bran. I can't. That's a great gimmick. It's a great gimmick. Well, maybe they're jealous. Oh, Craig says this. Craig says, JJ Watt. I don't know about that. I don't like those jerseys. I don't. I don't. I think they're undefeated in them jerseys, but I don't like the Bumblebees. Now, when they had the Triple Bs, you know what I mean? The Triple B podcast had the Triple Bs on the Steelers, but we didn't get a championship, which was terrible. So, and yes, I would love that. Is that a pretzel? I don't know. Chris Ward, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. So let's get to some, like the Packers leaders. I really don't give a shit about the Packers. I don't like the Packers. And I have a distaste in my mouth Uh, really, I love those pretzels. Oh, that's 100%. I'm sorry. I thought it was pretzels. I can't see. I'm old. Sorry. Um, So, yeah, I have a disdain for the Packers. Well, I don't like a lot of teams besides the Steelers. But look, their quarterback, Jordan Love, has 1,720 yards. He does have 12 touchdowns, but he also has 8 interceptions. Aaron Rodgers fled, which was good. Their running back is leading. Dylan has 306 yards, 1 touchdown. I know Aaron Jones is coming back. Maybe he was hurt. I'm not sure. I got an injury report, but this ain't the match 4077. I'm just here to listen. Oh, I appreciate it. But you're adding comments, and that's cool. I'm just here to talk. So, oh, well, those are good jerseys. Those were good jerseys. Those Bumblebee jerseys are like I wouldn't get them. Yeah, the black ones. Yeah. They have the nice stuffer on the sleeves. My grandfather, I got a Bradshaw, like a sweater type jersey with the elbow patches, but I'm a little bigger now and I can't fit into it, which actually sucks. So maybe I can shed some weight. I don't know. I've been doing that for years. But their leading receiver is Jalen Reed. He has 333 yards, 3 touchdowns, and he has 23 receptions. So we shall see how our secondary is. They played a little better last week. They didn't give up any touchdowns, and they didn't really give up any big super plays. Now their defense has 20 sacks total. Their linebacker Rashawn Gary has 4.5 sacks. And the leader on their team is their safety, Rudy Ford, has 2 interceptions. 2 interceptions. Maybe that's why I should have said I really hate them. I don't like the Bumblebee jerseys either. I know they play really good when they have them jerseys. I think the greatest victory they had in them jerseys, everybody here that's listening on the Triple B Black and Gold Dynasty show, is when Big Ben played the Colts. And I think he threw for he had 6 touchdowns and 500 yards, I think, that time, which was phenomenal. And I think he did it back to back. Ben did it back to back, 2 500-yard games back to back. But he was playing that ones with the Colts, I believe, with the Bumblebee jerseys. But I think, like I said, they're undefeated. I don't like them. I like the black. I like the. I don't even know if what jersey I would get if I would get anybody's. I would probably, yeah, they're ugly. Yeah, I agree. Shannon. I agree they're ugly. Yeah, I just don't like them. They remind me of the old in the 1930s. That's probably how it was in the 1930s. They had that, but you had black and white and you really couldn't see. So now I got the injuries that I do got for the Pittsburgh Steelers is Fitzpatrick is still out. He's still working on that hamstring. Hopefully he comes back before the Cincinnati game or during the Cincinnati game because we are going to need him because Cincinnati is starting to light them up. When they beat the 49ers, I was like, holy shit. I mean, they beat the 49ers like with an inch in their life. And I thought the 49ers was like one of the toughest teams in the NFL right now. But, they've been slacking. So, and nose tackle Montavious Adams has an ankle injury. But as of like 3 minutes before I went on, because I checked the Steelers injury report, Cam Hayward was limited in practice today with his groin. Oh, Jesus, God almighty. And Eladanian Roberts has a knee injury. So we are soft and short in the inside linebacker core, people, because of the big injury that I forgot to say is inside linebacker Cole Holcomb is out for the season with a terrible, terrific knee injury. And that was against the Titans. So he's out. LaDainian Roberts is actually not 100%. So we have Kawan, Alexander, and Robinson. And they got some people in the practice squad. I believe they have Tariq Carpenter and McKeel Walker to the practice. I mean, they're going to be looking for inside linebackers everywhere. They're going to turn over every rock they can see. So I was thinking we were doing the Terry Bradshaw jersey, not the Bumblebees. I don't know. You could be right. I always thought it was the Bumble. No, I think it's the Bumblebee jerseys. I think. I'm pretty sure. So yeah. And to get back to Holcomb, this is what the Steelers are going to be missing out. In 7 games, he was the second leading tackler on the team with 52 tackles. That's not good. He had 4 tackles for a loss, 2 forced fumbles. And he was starting to come on, too. And that's a shame because he was starting to come on. Our inside linebacking core is not as good as it once was in Steeler lore, but they were a lot better than they were last year. That's for sure. So that's a shame that he's out with an injury. I think he had the injury bug in Washington too, but this one is just, he's out for the season. So yeah. So now I got 3 bold. Oh, wait, Chris Elliott says they announced the throwback jerseys with squared numbers. Well, there you go. Oh, thanks, Shannon. Thank you. Thank you. It's been a long time coming. I hope you're doing good, though. Thank you. It was stressful. The stress of planning that and doing it, and now we're getting the thank you cards out. But yes, thank you so much. I mean, it's been the positive flow and reception that we got from everybody on social media, and then at the reception, and just everybody in general. Man, we appreciate it. It was yeah, she's great. Yeah, I'm not used to and actually my wedding ring, actually, ladies and gentlemen, is, I don't know if you can see this, but I will have pictures once Fred Kipp gets all my pictures done for my wedding. It's a Steeler. My wedding band is a Pittsburgh Steeler wedding band, ladies and gentlemen. It was the only thing that I could have that was black and gold because I wanted to do jerseys, and that was a no. And I did try to get Icy Lake to sponsor the lovely epic event, but they did not. But yes, but let's get back to the 3 bold positive predictions for the second half of the season by Rob. I'm going to give Rob Graceland. He wrote an article, and this is what he said. Oh, yes, yes, yep. 30 years in the making. It's like an HBO movie, me and her. So now, number 3, the offense finishes in the top 10 down the stretch. Now, let me run this and repeat this one more time. The Steelers offense will finish in the top 10 down the stretch of the regular season this year with Matt Canada, who did not call the plays in the press box. He was down at the Titans on the field. I almost forgot that. That was like huge. I can't believe I almost forgot that. But honestly, I hate Matt Canada, and I still hate Matt Canada. And they needed to get rid of him probably a year and a half ago. He should have never been hired as an offensive coordinator anyway. Tomlin should get himself assistant coaches and gather himself around good coaches. He does not do that, and that's why he doesn't. It's his ego probably because he doesn't want anybody smarter than him. So, yep, on the field. Yep, on the field. He needs to stay on the field. And then after the season, he needs to leave the field. It would be great. So, okay. So, the second thing, what he wrote about, the Pittsburgh Steelers needs to sweep the Ravens in week 18 because that's going to be a huge matchup that could be for the division title. If the Ravens have a couple games that they lose, because right now the Ravens are leading the AFC North by I think 2 games. I don't care about anybody else. I only care about the black and gold. So hopefully we sweep the Ravens. We sweep the Ravens and Cleveland and take one from Cincy. We should be the AFC North champions. I believe that because we beat New England, we beat the Packers right there. That's over the pretty close to the games that I called. The game that screwed me up was the Texan game. And I think I did take Jacksonville too, but so, and yes, Shane, special field correspondent. You're absolutely right. Cincinnati is tough. They're playing tough right now, but all we have to do is just win one and sweep the Ravens and sweep Cleveland. and we could take that division with one. We could be the AFC North champs with one loss in our division. So what's the difference between the throwbacks? I believe, like Chris said, that their throwback are squared numbers. I don't know. I thought it was the Bumblebees. I know they're undefeated with the Bumblebees. I don't like those jerseys. I think they're shitty, but that's me. That's just another marketing gimmick. But the number one thing that the Steelers bold positive predictions on the second half of the season. Yeah, it's dumb. Yeah, I agree. By Rob Graisner, a sports writer. I'm going to give him his credit as due. Well, number one thing was the Steelers win a playoff game and beat the Ravens that 18th week and win a wild card game. That's what he says. Win a playoff game would be the wild card game. So they're going in as a wild card in his article. I would like to see him be AFC North champs, and then I like to see him win a playoff game because they have not won. I like to see TJ Watt be able to be on a team that won a playoff game. That would be great. And Cam Hayward too, because I think this might be Cam's last year. I mean, it sucks, but the body's starting to break down. It's hard. I mean, I know it. Everybody that's my age and a little younger, because I'm 23, the body breaks down when you're at 23, So we just got to, take the Ravens, take the Cleveland Browns, and maybe split with Cincinnati. But if we could take them all, I'll do that. So now this game, Sunday, I don't respect the Packers. I do not think that the Packers are going to come in, balls to the wall. Jordan Love, I wouldn't count on him to save anything. And Jordan Love hasn't had a defense that he's facing that's blitzing and that are sack machines like Watt and Smith. So, yeah. So, I mean, look, I know some people have predicted the Steelers. Chris Elliott said they're going to get 30. I would like to see him get 30. Matt Canada still be down on the field. He's a great guru. Now, let me ask you guys a question. Now, if we start scoring points, start winning, do they keep Matt Canada for next year? I say absolutely not, but that's me. Because he's just not doing it, and they should have got rid of him, and Tomlin will not get rid of him. That's just my opinion. I know my opinions are like, some people like him, some people don't, but it's damned if they win. Canada stays on longer. So I don't want Steelers to lose. You know what I mean? Because they can get rid of Matt Canada. This is not going to save Matt Canada's job at all. Yes, thank you. I mean, Matt Canada is a terrible offensive coordinator. The plays that he's running, we've speculated and talked about many, many times on this show. The players that he have that's not like getting anywhere. And like during Mike Tomlin's press conference the other day, Mike Pursuta from DVE asked him a tough question. Well, hey, Kenny, what's your opinion on Kenny, not being able to, in the first and second quarter, he's a slow starter and it takes him the fourth quarter. And then Tomlin's like, well, he's good in the fourth quarter and that's all we can ask. So the three quarters before that, you know what I mean? He plays like shit. But look, that is just luck sometimes. You cannot base your team on luck. You got to have some skill and you got to be precision and you got to execute plays. So we shall see. We shall see if Kenny Pickett drives down the field. They did it against the Titans. They drove down and scored, which is great. But they stalled his stuff. He overthrew some passes. I just think his psyche is a little bit whatever. And he waits to the fourth. You don't have to wait to the fourth quarter to light him up. You could do it in the second quarter. Canada isn't perfect. I think they'll have something with him on the field. Yeah, but they can still get a better offensive coordinator. I think they need. They can't keep him. They cannot keep him. Podcasts will go crazy everywhere, including this one, that they just can't. So, Shannon agrees with you. So Now, before I get out of here, I'm going to give my prediction. I'm going with the Steelers, of course. I think Jordan Love is going to get sacked about 4 times by the Steelers. You know what? I'll go 5 times by this Pittsburgh Steelers defense. Pittsburgh Steelers will come out, hopefully. I know Tomlin likes to, get the ball. He doesn't like to have the ball in the second half, so maybe they'll do the same thing that they did last week. If they get the ball first, they go down and score. Not a field goal, a touchdown to set the tempo of the game. That would be nice. And Kenny can have a faster start than waiting. Don't you guys want to have a fourth quarter where you can actually relax? You know what I mean? You're not stressing out and popping fucking heart pills and, doing lines of cocaine and fucking drinking fucking liquor that's going out of style because the Steelers, are giving you a heart attack, Only with that part of the face-to-face comment. Oh, yeah, because he can talk to his guys. I think Steeler freak. TJ thinks his name is Jordan Haight. Well, I'm telling you, Steeler freak, Jordan Love gets sacked 5 times. And maybe he throws a fucking INT for a touchdown or a fumble. There's going to be, I bet you, I might play it on FanDuel. Like, I'm not real good. Maybe take the Steelers with a big Steeler defensive touchdown. Just based, because I think the Rams last week were the whipping boys for the Packers. I'm glad the Packers beat the Rams, but this week they are not beating Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh will be winning 27-13. I'm not going to give them the 30 points yet. I know Chris Elliott did. I'm not going to give them the 30 points. I'm just going to go with the 27. 27. That's what I'm going to go. 27. But before I get out of here, I want to give a proud sponsor to Watkins Boxing, proud sponsor of the Triple B Experience. Brandon Watkins had to move the gym from around the Renaissance Circle on Oakland Avenue to upstairs in Uptown Fitness. He's got a nice little facility in there. Yours truly goes boxing there, and I just joined Uptown Fitness today. I got out of my Hello Fitness membership because kids posing in the mirror like they're Arnold Schwarzenegger and Lee Haney and taking not having any gym etiquette was enough to sway the tide. But also too, I support Brandon, and everything he does. So let's see. JJ needs. I wish they would have signed him, Steeler freak. Now that would have been one jersey that I would have bought. Would have been a JJ Watt jersey. I would have bought a JJ Watt jersey. I would have. And I was hoping, when Cam went down that they would have, he could have sweet talked his brother. That would have definitely been something. Definitely been something. I think Shane's laughing at that one. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna do a little bit of plugging here, and also another proud sponsor of the Triple B Experience, if you're from Indiana County, is these guys right here. Bob's It's My Pizza. You can go in and get 5 slices, a Wapaho, and a root beer for $12.70 cents. And you can say hi to Becky. You can say hi to Sandy. And if Ted's around, you can say hi to Ted. Ted's a big Steeler fan, big Penguins fan, big Pirate fan, supports the guys in black and gold. So let me get he was in the gym today. He was in their gym today. Okay. All right. JJ was on it. Was he was tackling? He was thinking about the idea. Hey, I'd still sign him. He could be on CBS next year. You know what I mean? We need a little gas to get us into some playoff run. Could you see if the Steelers, just hypothetically, before I get out of here, the Steelers sign JJ going into a playoff run? JJ and TJ are on the same team. They get a big win. Brothers on the same team get a big win. It's like a Walt Disney movie by Kathleen Kennedy. I'm kidding because she's a bitch. So that's funny. So one more proud sponsor, and I'm going to get out of here. Throw a little bit of plugs your way. Like I said, tomorrow night at 7:00, our man, special field correspondent Shane Stodmiller, with his 10 college games of the week, myself, Rich Smoke will be in. Freight Train will come on probably a little bit after that, and we will do our NFL picks. We'll combine them tomorrow because tonight things happen. And like I said, it's going to be November and December. Doing podcasting is going to be really fluctuating due to the fact of holidays. People got stuff going on. People might have to work late. You know, JJ would be replaced by the chick. Yeah, that's fine. He could be replaced by the chick in the CBS thing as long as he signs as a Steeler. I'm okay with that. That'd be good. That would be good. Yeah, I know he's got a future, being a broadcaster. There's no doubt about it. Blonde, pearly whites. You know what I mean? Chicks dig him. You know what I mean? He's got a future in broadcasting. So before we get out of here, like I said, one more or a couple more. And we are due. I haven't done this in a while. I don't know where Burns is at, but usually he's on. Maybe he's out hunting or something, or maybe he's passed out somewhere. But this is for everybody in the Indiana County area. Also, proud sponsor of the Triple B Experience. Proud sponsor of my big, huge, epic wedding reception. That's where I got all my beer, and they did a great job. Amanda and Eric did a phenomenal job, man. So if you're in Indiana County and you're looking for some beverages, go hit out Alley Cat.
There's a new cat in town. Formerly known as Clymer Beverage, the newly remodeled Alley Cat Beverage is located in the heart of Clymer. Still carrying all of your traditional beverages, Alley Cat Beverage also offers all of the newest flavors, brands, and novelties, including slushies and popsicles. From the gridiron to the back porch swing, Alley Cat has your favorite beverage in stock and ready for any occasion. Stop in and see the new cat in town. Back the alley where all the cool cats go.
Alley Cat.
Alley Cat. There we go. Proud sponsor of the Triple B Experience. If you live in Indiana County, go out there and see Eric and Amanda. They'll set you up. Okay, I got some more comments here before I get out of here. He was writing it. Okay, so like I said, tomorrow night, 7:00, the college games that Shane picks, 10 games, fastest 20 minutes on college football, and then we're going to go right into our NFL picks. We're going to pick that Thursday night game before 8:00, that's for sure. And we got to get it done before, Freight Train's got to go on the Steelers Realm podcast, which is our brothers in arms of Steeler podcasting. They do Thursday nights at 9:00. So we want to hurry up and get that done. But also tomorrow at 4:00, yours truly will be on the radio, the national radio show that I am on, Wrestle Talk Across the Country with host Mark Mancini, Ralph Williams, Smoke and Jim Frazier, and yours truly. We talk professional wrestling for an hour. Last week, we had over 600 people. I'm shooting for 1,000 here before the end of the year. That's what I'm doing. I mean, and that was 600 people during a Steeler game, ladies and gentlemen. So that's pretty goddamn good. So, yeah, I do podcasting, I do radio, I do whatever, So, and also, I'll be after the Steeler game, I'll be on the post-game show with Mr. Ralph Williams. I'm on sometimes all the time on the home games, 20 minutes after the Steeler game. Like I said, the Pittsburgh Steelers 27, the Packers 13. And also, the Triple B Experience show will be on Friday night at 9:00 where we talk pulp culture and I talk about a lot of stuff. I just shoot the shit. I am the hardest working podcast in Western Pennsylvania and probably around along places. Looking for sponsorship. 2024 is coming. We're going to have a big show where we're going to do the best of 2023. The Mania Megacast panel will be on with their best things of 2023. I got to think of some ideas. We're going to do another top 10 show. So, I mean, we're going to do a lot of stuff. Try to get some interviews one-on-one with me and try to get some people in and record some more videos. The last video I had was Lori Ashball. You know what I mean? It was, check it out. It's still in the archives. Everything that I have done in the Triple B Experience is on the YouTube. You can go back and check anything out. I'm telling you, over 340 some shows. No doubt about it, or videos. This is number 91 of the Triple B, a Black and Gold Dynasty show. You guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Love your questions. Thanks for all the support. Hit like and subscribe. Tell your friends, tell your family about a crazy guy that lives in Indiana, Pennsylvania that talks Pittsburgh Steelers, and he's all Pittsburgh Steelers. That's right. Yours truly, the Triple B, Bad Bubba Brewer, listening and hosting the Triple B, a Black and Gold Dynasty. I will see you guys tomorrow at 7:00. And then I'll see everybody, after that on Friday at 9 o'clock. Okay, guys, have a cold one, and I'll see you guys tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Thanks, guys. Steelers 27-13. Jordan Love gets sacked 5 times. Pittsburgh Steelers scores on defense. You heard it here first. Good night, everybody. Good night. Good night. Good night.